Hi guys, so this is a Crafters Companion Quirky Christmas sentiment, which I absolutely love. So I thought I would do a quick embossed card. I'm just using an anti-static bag to make sure that there's no powder anywhere, and a pigment ink. So it's a nice bright red. I thought with it being Christmas, it's amazing, and it's a really nice juicy ink as well. Pigment ink means that the ink itself's coloured, so I can use a clear embossing powder on it, and then it just goes whichever colour my ink is. Plenty of ink onto the stamp. You don't want it to be all dry. Nice firm press, and it gives a beautiful transference. These Crafters Companion stamps are amazing. I always pop a bit of paper down before I start doing this. This is the Cosmic Shimmer embossing powder. It's fantastic stuff. I've got a huge tub. Just make sure, obviously, once you've poured it off, flick off all the excess and then put it back into the tub. You don't want to waste any. It's going to last forever. You need very little per project, so it will last a long time. Bring that one back in. I don't think I got rid of all the embossing powder off my mat, but you'll see how that caused me problems later. So heat gun to the maximum, just to get a nice even setting. And this is possibly my favourite thing to do. I absolutely love watching the powder melting. It's just such a lovely thing to watch. It's really satisfying. So that's that bit there done. You can see it just makes it nice and shiny, which is great. I then decided to do a background for this. So this background's actually inspired by someone that I follow on Instagram. I saw her do a card with it on her YouTube page. She is Hook, Line and Inker. If you want to give her a follow, she does some absolutely beautiful cards, so I would strongly recommend, if you like watching videos or getting inspiration, following her. So I'm just using my scoreboard to put score lines in at every quarter of an inch on here, going both ways across the cards. I decided to do it on a diagonal. So you'll see, I thought with it being a candy cane theme stamp, why not use a little striped idea in the very far background just to kind of pull that all together. Takes a little while to do. I'm not going to lie, my eyes were starting to go a little bit crossed by the time I'd finished doing it, but I think it's totally worth it. That side's nice, but I decided to use that side because it just looks that little bit more impressive. I think I prefer that side. Used a red piece of card to mat and layer my sentiment onto because I didn't want to do white straight onto white. Bit of pinflair glue. You might not be able to tell, but I discovered that there was still some embossing powder lurking on my top, so it was a little bit harder to get the glue on. It was a little bit gritty, but it still did the job, so I was happy enough. Nice. Try to get that central so we get a nice even mat and layer, and it just pulls the red from the stamp out and draws your eye into that embossed detail. And then I decided to use foam pads to stick that on, but before that, obviously, I needed to put my backing on. Just used a tape pad for this. It's just a Create and Craft tape roller, nice and easy enough to use. Draw little lines on and stick it down. I could have used a double-sided sticky tape, but I prefer using this. Just a little bit faster, a little bit easier, and a lot less stressful for you to watch than me trying to get the back off the tape. So here we go with the foam pads. Now, speaking of being bad at getting the backends off things, you'll probably find it quite amusing. This video's at double speed to what I actually made the card at, and you'll see it still takes me a while to get the backs off these foam pads. So you can imagine how long it actually takes me, but I just like the effect that they give, so it's worth that little bit of extra time as far as I'm concerned. See what I mean with that one there? So we'll get those foam pads off and then stick it on down, and we've got our finished card. I hope you like it. Thanks very much for paying attention, guys. Take care. Bye.